Hi, my name is Carrie with 2 R's. I would like to just start out by saying I have nothing against any of the lovely people working at the company known as Hero Hair Wigs, official Hero Hair, whatever. My cat's over here. This is Daisy. She's purring. Yeah. Oh, it's a webcam. She's gonna sit on my lap and help me. What a day and a half, folks. Let me tell you that. What a day and a half. So, first of all, most people in the cosplay, costuming community know about this wig company. Most people who I've spoken to have expressed dismay at their marketing tactics, at the way that they choose to sell their stuff to cosplayers. Their marketing tactics are, they're not good. These people, I think Travis is in charge of the marketing, actually, aspects of the company and of all the social media. Basically, what they will do is they will post a picture of like a wig that nobody would wear. Not a cosplayer, not a starter cosplayer, not anybody, not on Halloween. And then they'll post a picture of their $2,000 handmade lace front wigs and go, you should buy this instead of this, because if you wear something like this, you're trash, your costume is trash, and you're a fake cosplayer, and you don't have any, respect for yourself or whatever. So, I mean, and you can go on their Instagram at Official Hero Hair right now and look at their pictures. They've got pictures of the worst possible wigs passing as lace fronts, and then they act like those are the only wigs that are available to cosplayers. And it's a false setup. It's a false marketing tactic. Like, McDonald's doesn't say that Wendy's burgers are made of human shit and then, demand that you come and eat McDonald's. You shouldn't be doing this with any kind of company. You certainly shouldn't be doing it with a company that charges that much for a custom wig. Custom wigs are expensive, and I understand that it takes a lot of time and effort to put together a handmade human hair lace front full cap wig, depending on whether it's just a lace front or a full lace cap or anything like that, or just who knows what it is, but you should not be charging people $5,000 and then going, anybody can buy one of our wigs, it's totally fine, and if you don't, you're trash. That is not an honest marketing technique. It is not something that is representative of the cosplay community as a whole. The costume community is not about looking exactly like a character. I don't go out as Rey and try to look exactly like Daisy Ridley. I don't dress up like Wonder Woman and try to look exactly like Gal Gadot. I don't go out as Black Widow and try to graft Scarlett Johansson's skin onto my face. That's not what costuming is about. Costuming is about other people, finding a community of people who love the same things that you love, finding a community of people who are interested in the same things that you're interested in, costume making, patterning a jumpsuit. It's so much fun to just talk to people and say, what have you found out? I want to find out about this too, and let me share with you what I have done. So this all began. The Replica Prop Forum has a Facebook group and a Facebook page. The Facebook group has thousands and thousands of people in it. I think 20,000 people, something like that. And Travis, the man who runs Hero Hair, social media, whatever, is in this group. Travis is in this group, I believe. The 27th or the 26th. I believe it was 26th, actually. The evening or the day of the 26th, Travis posted a picture of Brie Larson on the set of Captain Marvel, a movie that people have been waiting for a very long time, in her green and black, Kree suit, and said, quote, if you want to see a bad wig, this is a bad wig. Nothing else, just that. So people started, well, what are you talking about? It looks just like her normal hair. He refused to elaborate. He refused to say anything beyond the fact that it was a bad wig. Whenever anybody asked him how he knew, he just went, oh, well, I'm a professional, and I'm a professional, and that's how I know that this is a bad wig. Didn't provide any proof. People were asking him, do you have proof? Did you work on the movie? He wouldn't answer the question. He just kept saying it was a shitty wig. It was a bad wig. So this escalated. There were more than 300 comments on this post. people, were going, this is ridiculous. You're acting like you have all this knowledge about wigs, but you're refusing to say anything about it. And then eventually, and I had said some things too. I was at a birthday dinner for my brother who was turning 21 the next day, and I was like, this is ridiculous. I have not liked the company for a very long time, but I've stayed private about it because it's none of my business, and I'm not going to say anything in public about the company if they haven't done anything personally against me. But I figured that was the last straw because, first of all, Travis had never said anything about the wigs of the male Marvel co-stars. It was just Brie Larson being attacked for the bad wig. And secondly, I was just done. I was fucking done. So I put up a comment and I was like, I recommend this other company that does custom wigs. They are not going to be assholes about movies that haven't even come out yet. It's like 15 or 20 people liked my comment. The thread kept going, people were arguing, and Travis finally wised up and deleted it after finally admitting that maybe he shouldn't have said that it's just a bad way and not elaborated. He did. Travis deleted the thread. He likes to do that. He likes to delete comments and threads that are critical of him. I've seen it happen on the Instagram page. It's a good time. So, the next day, I had made a post about it, as most of my friends who were in the thread had. And I was like, can you believe this guy? Like, it's ridiculous. And we were just kind of like mocking him and making fun of him and jokingly talking about him and just being like, oh my god, if I ever get that big of an ego, just leave me in the forest to die. Like, I'm good to go. I'm fine. And several people, my friends, were also talking about this. And someone sent me a screenshot of one of Travis's public posts. And it said, I've got the screen cap right here.
Okay, so this is the initial post that Travis made in the Replica Prop forum. I hope that focuses. But it's a picture of Brie Larson, and then he says, if you want to see a bad wig, this is a bad wig. It's rude. And people were saying this doesn't really look really bad, this is fine, whatever. And here's an example of one of his posts on Official Hero Hair, where he takes this, that's not a lace front, it's a hard front, a wig that nobody would wear, and then a picture of a girl in one of his custom wigs, which, you can see the lace, you can see the hair. It's not, it says online wig, hero hair, both of these are wigs, which looks natural. Well, this is a woman of color wearing a blonde wig, so obviously we know that's not her natural hair. This is a hard front that nobody in their right mind would buy, even for Halloween, because it's cheap looking, obviously. Most cosplayers get their lace fronts from Arda, from Pose Wigs, from Wig is Fashion, from weave shops at their local, in their town. They have bad marketing. It's ridiculous. So anyway, he makes these posts. I posted, and I was like, this is ridiculous. And somebody else sent me a screen cap of a post that he had made, a public post that he had made on his own Facebook a few days prior, where he had said, and I quote, "Naked Patreon in a bad wig isn't cosplay, it's softcore porn. I don't mind softcore porn, in parentheses, I guess, but it's not a hashtag transformative illusion, and I can get it for free on Pornhub." Then he goes, "You're welcome. Happy to unfollow and block you from our feed." Okay, first of all, Patreon does not allow full nudity. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about, because you cannot put full nudes on Patreon unless you tag everything, mark your Patreon as 18 and up only, not safe for work, whatever the fuck. Second of all, unless he is subscribed to a Patreon, he's not seeing anybody's Patreon posts, alright? We don't post Patreon posts outside of the Patreon website. That's not how this works. So unless he is like stealing people's pictures from Patreon and like getting pissed about them existing, he has no reason to be pissed off about people's Patreons, what they want to do in their goddamn script. Second of all, no, it isn't softcore porn. Third of all, are you saying that like it's not cosplay because they're naked, or that it's not cosplay because they're in a bad wig? Like if they're wearing one of your $5,000 lace fronts, would it then be like considered cosplay and a hashtag transformative illusion? Because that's like, there's just so much wrong with this whole thing that I can't even begin to talk about it. So I posted it publicly on my Facebook, and I was like, this is the Jackass Who Runs Hero Hair, and I have several questions. And I said, is it the nudity or is it the wig that disqualifies sexy cosplay from being cosplay? Like, if somebody does a cute pinup version of a character, is that not cosplay because you decided it wasn't? And again, the transformative illusions, like, I'm not wearing someone's face. I'm not walking into a convention center with the whole focus of my outfit being like, they're gonna think I'm Scarlett Johansson. They're gonna think I'm Gal Gadot. They're gonna think I'm Brie Larson. They're gonna think no, that's not what it's about. You don't walk into a con going for a transformative illusion. You go into the con because you want to have fun and you're hanging out with your friends. Like, this isn't a contest. And then the last thing I said was, like, you know, saying you're welcome is super conceited, and that, you know, it's unoriginal. Everyone talks about this and bitches about Patreons and bitches about women doing whatever they want with their bodies, and it's old. It's not original. It's not funny. It's not cute. It's not professional. And, you know, if you want to buy wigs from a company that whose leader and co-founder or whatever are talking like this about you, then be my guest. But I'm not gonna fucking do that shit, because I got more respect for myself than to give my money to somebody who doesn't care about me or what I have to do to make ends meet or anybody else. And then things start getting very fun, because I got a very strongly worded Facebook message from Travis himself. The man himself deigned to message me. And he was not happy at all, as, I'm sorry. This is just the funniest message that anybody's ever sent me. He comments on my status, you need to check your messages. So I get a message request. There's a message request. And he spelled my fucking name wrong. He spelled it with one R. I don't know who Kari Marie is, but somebody tell her that he's mad at her, because it ain't me. Carrie, I suggest you watch this video I've recorded to you, because the situation you've seen fit to create is now a very real legal matter. I've seen fit to create. You created it when you started bitching about women, honey. That's not on me. That's on you. As I now have your fan base attacking me and threatening me and my company reputation on my personal social media, in parentheses, cyber stalking, I cannot stress enough the severity of the maelstrom you just instigated. This video, comes with a recommendation and a formal warning! Warning is in all caps. The warning being the following: your are to cease and desist. Your are to cease and desist all slanderous, negative public comments, posts, and or screen grabs of my or my partner's or my company's social media threads immediately. I'm sorry, what? You think you can legally make me take down screen caps of your bullshit because it's negative? I will take a screen cap of whatever the fuck I want to take a screen cap of, sir. You put it out there on the internet for anybody to look at it. You don't get to delete stuff off my phone that you want to delete off your social media. If you don't want it on social media, don't post it in the goddamn first place. You are to further retract any comments made by deleting those threads, and are further, finally, instructed to cease all public negative actions regarding an adherent to the aforementioned instruction and instructions. I'm not ceasing one goddamn thing. Failure to do so will result in a legal cease and disgust. A cease and disgust, and pulling you into court for damages. That's not even a sentence, buddy. Like, okay. We have barred our attorney and all social media posts, including the original and the replica prop forum that you commented on that started this. I love how, like, it's my fault for starting this when he's the one who posted in the replica prop forum, and there were like 80 people all telling him to shut the fuck up. But no, it's me. It's me who gets, you know, attacked because, number one, I'm a woman. Number two, I have followers. And number three, I don't tolerate no goddamn bullshit. And have been screened and filed for any potential legal action that we see fit to pursue. Thank you. Travis Cowsill, co-founder / creative director of Hero Hair, all in caps. Link to my message to you. And then he sent me, like, a YouTube video and said my message to Carrie Marie Cosplay, which isn't my name. He spelled my name wrong again, and I don't go by Carrie Marie Cosplay. I just go by Carrie Marie, which is hysterical. I will also post this video publicly should any further action be taken by you. He's sending a link to the fucking video. Oh my god, it's so funny. What he didn't realize was that I took mass comm law in college. I have 2 degrees in human communication, and part of that is doing a lot of classes in communication law and what is libel, what is slander, what you can sue for, what you can't sue for, and what you really shouldn't bother even trying to sue for. Which is pretty cute, because, you know, he thought he could come in and intimidate me, but how the tables have turned, Travis. So I sent him this. You may consider this your cease and desist from cyberstalking and harassing me. You have singled me out among scores of other people who roasted you most deservedly on your pointless post on the Replica Prop forum and who later spoke about you by name on their public Facebook pages, both in statuses and comment sections. You either have the most incompetent lawyer in the state of New York, or you are lying about legal counsel, because slander is not in any way related legally to a single thing that was written on any Facebook posts. Slander is spoken word, libel is written word, and libel and slander are not applicable in a lawsuit if anything stated was true in fact or to the best knowledge of the writer or the speaker. The likelihood that you, a citizen of New York, could actually haul me, a citizen of Florida, into court over Facebook comments that made you upset is laughable. Absolutely no attorney worth the money is going to do anything other than write me a letter saying, please stop. And if you really want to foot the bill for this expensive and time-consuming trial, you are more than welcome to do so. But you will then face exposure to liability for my legal fees and costs for presenting a frivolous claim in the courts of New York. If you have an issue with what you call my fan base, literally just my friends, commenting on your own public posts, you can take it up with them. I did not leave a single comment on any of your posts, nor instruct a single person to do so. The fact that you wish to blame me for your own ineptitude and inability to understand human decency and respect toward cosplayers who make choices that you do not approve of only proves how fragile your enormously overinflated ego is. You also lied to your girlfriend Erin about me blocking you on Instagram, as she has informed me through Instagram messages. You blocked my account on the OHH Instagram, which is timestamped in my private messages and on my Facebook page. Then I blocked the account back as soon as I realized, since I have decided you have lost the right to view my posts ever again, and blocking back an account ensures that even if you unblock the OHH account, I will remain unseen by you. I look forward to hearing from your lawyer. When they contact me, I will also be bringing them up to speed on the crewgear.com situation from several years ago when you lived in Vancouver, you ran the company site, and you did not ship out 60% of the orders that you happily took money for. I'm sure your legal counsel will love to speak with me about that, plus the fact that there's plenty of evidence of you being blacklisted in the horror community on the West Coast for your actions, and multiple people I've spoken to are willing to make a statement about that in court. Enjoy the rest of your birthday. What I'm basically letting y'all know is that you cannot sue somebody for comments made on Facebook unless they are defamatory. And by defamatory, that means they are false. You can prove in court they hurt your business, which he cannot do. He cannot prove in court that I'm hurting his business at all, because all the people who were talking to me about this man had already prior made the decision they were never going to work with him because of the way he was treating customers, the way he was treating potential customers. I had a man named Daniel tell me that he was trying to speak with them about getting a wig commissioned, and they were insisting they needed to Skype with him on a Sunday night. And he said, I can't do a Sunday night. It's my sister's birthday. Can we do it now? And they immediately ceased all communication and said, you are the most unprofessional person ever, and we're not going to work with you. And again, that's all Travis, because he's in charge of talking to people, and Erin is in charge of the wigs. And Erin is a lovely lady. I have nothing against her. I really hope that she wises up real fast. I can't imagine what she has to go with on a daily basis, that she's not in charge of any of the social media. She doesn't see how he treats people. You know, he got into a fight on Instagram not even a couple of months ago. Because every week they'll post something like, oh, you know, our wigs are great and every other wig sucks and you should not buy their wigs, you should buy, you know, our wigs. And somebody commented and said, oh, I'd love to buy this wig, but, like, you know, I have 3 kids and a mortgage. And Travis lost his goddamn mind. And then, of course, later he deleted all the comments. But he was like, how dare you disrespect us like this? You know, you don't have any right to say this. This is my livelihood, blah, blah, blah. Like, he just went ape on this guy. And the guy was like, I'm not being, like, salty. I'm not doing anything. I'm just saying it's expensive and I don't have the money for that. What a concept. You can't afford something. And I just want to wrap up and say this. Any company that is trying to tell you as a costumer or a cosplayer that you are subpar because you're not buying their product, or you look subpar because you're not buying their product, or you obviously don't respect yourself because you're not buying their product, or whatever, you deserve better than that. You deserve better than a company that is going to shit on you for not being a customer. You deserve people who respect you. You deserve to be able to speak your mind and not be intimidated by bullshit legalese being spattered at you by a 50-year-old man who thinks that he can bully people who speak out against him, bully people who say negative things about him. You cannot sue me for anything that I have said. It is all true. I have the screen caps. Please have your lawyer call me. I'd love to talk to them. And I would like also everybody to know that if anybody threatens to sue you over things that you say that are true, they cannot do it because you can prove in court that they're true. And nobody has the money to sue anybody. Like, in this economy, suing? No. So, that's all I wanted to say. I have on the war paint. I have on my Fenty lips, Stunna paint. I've got on my Fenty face, my Fenty highlight. Look at this highlight. Oh my god, it's amazing. My eyebrows, my wings. Sharp enough to kill a man, which is what I'm doing all day long, every day. So, I love you all. Peace, love, happiness, and please, please, please research companies before you start buying from them.